to Required Taste Podcast. We are back with the original lineup.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's your boy Dirty D.
It's your boy Psych Daddy.
And it's Queen Bee.
Look at that. Mm-hmm. Haven't missed a step.
All of us.
Have not missed a beat. It's like riding a bike.
What if we
you
just
should hit
forgot?
like the Drake horn. The beep, 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 beep.
I don't know. I think I used to have that on here. I might have removed it for in lieu of something else.
Oh yeah, we replaced it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I replaced it with something. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'll get back to you. We'll circle back to that.
We'll get back.
Like an hour later, just out of nowhere, just start fucking bashing it. We're like deep in our topic, and it's just like, what the fuck? People are learning. I'm just over here being DJ Khaled.
Hell yeah.
We the best.
DJ Khaled.
Yep, that was good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's good stuff. Well, everybody, we're Required Taste Podcast. We do some history, some music, a little bit of everything, a little this, a little that, whatever you guys suggest, whatever we feel like talking about. But we kind of stick to some kind of a theme. We try. Anyways, if you're new, welcome.
Not on theme today.
We actually do have a historical theme today. That's historical and pop culture related. It's both of them.
Oh yeah.
We're doing a little bit of everything. It's been hot news recently, but we're gonna get to that. So yeah, if you're new, welcome. We're we try. We hope you enjoy us. Give us a follow. We appreciate it. We have a lot of new listeners now, so if you are new, which there's a good chance you are, welcome. We appreciate the listen. Thanks
Hi,
for giving
new
us a shot.
listeners.
What's up?
We like you.
Yeah, if you guys are liking what you hear, you guys should definitely check out our Patreon. Also, we just recently recorded an episode for that.
It's up now. Go listen to it.
Nice.
It's pretty funny if you want to hear about our sex lives, or
What did we even talk about?
I don't know.
if you just
We just started talking, and next thing you know, it was an hour.
our opinions on alien genitalia, things,
That was
things
part of
of
it.
that nature,
Yeah, things we don't talk about on this podcast. We try to we may curse a lot on here, but we at least keep it kind of professional.
Yeah.
If you guys want to know way too much about our sex lives,
Yeah,
But you can't get those episodes anywhere else besides Patreon. It's just $1 a month.
it is $1 a month.
Best dollar you ever spend.
Yep.
We do have a lot of new followers there too, so thank you for that as well. If you are a returning listener, we appreciate you coming back. We have been our biggest supporters, and we see the love, and we appreciate you all. So as usual, you get forehead kisses. There it is.
damn, it's been a while.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I hope you all enjoyed that. By the
was
way, you
nice.
look great. Remember to drink some water today.
Coming on both sides of the speaker.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
One in each ear.
Indeed. We hope you all are having a great day. Your butt looks nice. You definitely did your hair today. And fuck the haters. Also, make sure you drink some water.
Yes. Hydrate.
Also, stretch. We're getting older.
Yeah.
Make sure you limber up before whatever you're doing today.
You know how old you are.
You know what it is.
Yep.
We know our listeners' our demographics are shown to us
It sure
on
is.
Spotify.
Yep.
And
We know y'all are old as shit.
just like us. So,
Get your ass up and stretch.
make sure you limber up.
Yeah.
If you're a new listener, though, we do about 15 or so minutes of some banter. It warms us up. It gets us a little loose before we hop into the topic. So hopefully stick with us. If not, skip ahead a little bit. You'll get to the juice, the meat, if you will, of what we're here to discuss today. But we do have a question, as usual. Normally, DJ comes up with a question. I actually had this one, though.
We kind of stumbled into it.
We kind of fell on this one.
you for that.
Because it's actually a good question, though.
Yeah.
So we'll start off, B and Deej. What's your guys' favorite fast food nugget? If you have to have a nugget and it has to be fast and qualify as food, where y'all going?
You want me to go first, DJ? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Need a minute?
I
There you go.
have a lot of feelings about this.
Okay.
Okay.
Let us know.
There is a big difference between a nugget and a chicken finger or a chicken tender.
Very true. Yes, I'm with you.
Huge difference.
Yeah,
Nuggets are generally like processed, ground up chicken parts.
Yep,
all
that are
right?
smashed together and deep
That are
fried,
just kind of like,
breaded, and
yeah. They're like tubby custard, essentially, and then they're breaded. You know what tubby custard is?
I've never heard that term in my life.
Hilarious.
Neither has Deej. So
Hang
what the
on.
fuck?
It's from Teletubbies.
Oh, that explains why.
But a chicken tender or a chicken finger is usually like meat.
Yeah,
right?
chicken breast.
It's like a piece of chicken breast that's like breaded and fried, right?
Yep.
That is my preferred consumption of chicken bite
Okay.
type foods. Okay.
Sure.
I'm not a big nugget person. I am a big chicken tender person, a big chicken finger person.
Okay.
And for me, fast food specifically, DQ Grill and Chill has it on lock.
They do. They
All
are.
right?
They are
They
very
do.
hard to beat.
Yes, they're
true.
so good. And the thing of sauce they give you is massive. You get like this huge little tub of sauce that's like the perfect amount of sauce.
I also like their burgers. Actually,
They have good food.
They have really. If you don't have a DQ Grill and Chill, or if you do and you've never had their food, do yourself a favor. Just try it out.
I've had the burger and never
Also,
had the
DQ,
nuggets.
if you're hearing this, we can use a sponsorship. What's happening?
Yeah. Check us out.
This is tubby custard, by the way.
Ew,
Yeah.
that is disconcerting. Looks like Pepto Bismol.
That's what like chicken nugget sludge looks like.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like they say, I don't really care how the sausage is made. I just want to eat it. So,
Yeah, it's true.
what you got, Deej?
Man, that's a tough one. I haven't even really eaten fast food in a while, like Steak
Sure.
and Shake.
Well, Steak and Shake, I don't really count as fast food because
Dude,
that's
Steak and
at
Shake has
least.
gone downhill. Have you guys been there recently?
I haven't been there, no, but I've eaten from there. Yes.
I was in Indy, and that's when I went to one this past weekend, and like you don't even order food from
No.
the cashier anymore. Like you
You
just
order
order the
it-
kiosk.
You order from a kiosk, yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Oh, wow.
like they don't even have like anyone working the front area of the restaurant. It's all like cooks in the back.
Cooking.
Oh wow.
And they just bring your food out and set it there and you have to go get it.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
They'll like
didn't know
half-ass
that.
call your name and
Sure.
just leave your food up there, and then like you just grab your own drink. I don't even think you have to pay for a drink. Because you can can literally just walk
go.
up and
Yeah.
grab one and fill it up.
That's funny.
Because like when I went up there, I was like,
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna bring a drink with it, but then I just saw the cups there. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna grab one. I already
Yeah.
paid.
Okay. Sure.
You know?
But like the problem is it's if like your order's wrong or like there's something else that you need, it's impossible to get any help because there's no one there to help you.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Last time I was at one was 2 years ago, maybe. I think me and my brother went to Steak and Shake when we were in Tennessee. We were also in the middle of nowhere, Tennessee, so I didn't expect much.
This
Yeah.
fucking AI fast food bullshit.
Yeah, I did not know that.
God damn it.
Because I DoorDash Steak and Shake here and there.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, they actually have my favorite burger.
Damn.
Steak and Shake is my favorite.
I used to love Steak and Shake. I used to love their chicken tenders and their like shoestring fries.
Yeah, the fries are good.
Yeah. See, it's
I like
been
their
like,
chili a lot too. Actually, I've always been a fan.
it's been like a couple months for me since I've like really had fast food. And I remember going to the drive-thru and it's like not even a person taking your order anymore.
Oh, it's just all AI now.
Yeah, it's just
Wow.
a fucking goddamn robot. But
Dude, we stumbled upon a deeper topic than we expected here.
I think we did.
yeah.
We're going down a rabbit hole in this one now. I see.
But my favorite was probably KFC nuggets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
Okay.
had like popcorn chicken.
They did, yeah.
They had popcorn chicken
Yeah.
and they had nuggets, and that was like they just started doing that probably like the past year or so.
Yeah.
But it's also actual chicken chunks, though.
Yeah,
like
it
they're
is.
Fucking
yeah.
white meat. It's
Yeah.
like fat pieces of white
Right,
meat.
right. Yeah, I was talking about the process bullshit, but okay, we're going that route. That's fair.
Oh well,
That's cool.
well they call them nuggets. You know,
I know what you mean.
And
Well, I mean, they're the size of nuggets
they are labeled.
as nuggets.
I used to
advertised.
I used to love Popeye's chicken,
Yeah,
but like
I fuck with Popeye's head.
heavy.
so good. But the one in Griffith is like actual absolute trash that I can't even bring myself to go there.
My chicken was like gray the last time I got chicken
Yeah.
from there. Like, I don't know how it was gray, but it was gray.
Dude, going to Popeyes in Griffith is like a scene from Escape from LA. It's
Yeah.
like the most horrifying thing. Like you
It
feel like
is.
you're gonna get stabbed.
Yes.
Like the customers are angry, the people who work
you
there
pull
are
up to the
angry.
speaker and they're like, "What do you want?"
They're out of everything.
They're like, "You're like,
So
can I
many
have
stories.
some chicken?" No, you want? We are out of chicken.
We only got chicken
Right.
thighs. We got 3 chicken thighs.
Right, that's it.
and
Fuck
one of
you.
them been on the floor. So
Right, it is still there. Yeah, I have so many horror stories about that Popeyes. So many horror stories about that place. The last time I was there, this would have been, I think might have been last summer actually. It's about a year ago. My dad was in town at my grandma's house, but she's very dead. So my aunt's house. I can't. Well, it's my grandmother's house.
yeah.
My aunt lives inside of it. Anyways, so my aunt, my cousin, and my dad were there, like just doing some work on the house, whatever. And they're like, wait, all right, I'm coming over, help out, whatever. And my dad was like, well, bring some food. I'm like, all right. So I know my family. We gonna eat some damn chicken. Very black of us. I don't give a fuck. It's true. So, but I know what we're gonna devour this. I know what it is. So like, fuck it, I go to Popeyes, and like the only one between myself and East Chicago is that one. And like, you gotta be kidding me, because they live in the harbor, so there's no Popeyes over there. So like, literally, I have one choice, the worst choice.
Yep. You'd have to go way out of your way to go to
the other one in
North Hammond,
right?
Yeah, you'd be like. Yeah, because it's on like fucking Sibley. It's almost Calumet City.
Yeah, it's down near Cal City, right? Yeah, no. My one choice. So that fucking Popeyes. So I'm going there. I'm standing there minding my own business. Order my food. Go back to minding my own business. And then out of nowhere, a fight breaks out inside there. So like, okay, that's par for the course. So I'm looking at my phone. These two dudes are like fighting, because this woman started to fight with this one dude. The man got involved. Two dudes started fighting. Whole thing happened. So I'm sitting there on my phone. I scooch over a little bit. I'm still on my phone. It's not my business. Like, like, if there was an award for minding my own business, I would be at least contender. Like, I'm sitting there chilling. Like, let me get out your way. You got it. So they're fighting. The workers don't give a shit. They're still working. They're still cooking food and shit. So they're doing their job.
It's a job application. That's all that's happening. You're just witnessing an interview.
Right. You got hands? You're right.
You got to be able to handle these customers when they get upset.
He's
and
like, all right.
They literally, like, I think one person was like, y'all can take this shit outside. And they did. So, like, I'll call the cops. If you take it outside, I'm call the cops. And they went outside. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'll go back to sitting on my phone. The person's like, man, you have that real well. I'm like, thanks. Here's a free biscuit. Like, they had like, the biscuit with the sauce on top. The cream. Not the honey, gravy, though. No, not gravy. It's they had those special, like, almost like cakes. It had like some icing. It was like this, like strawberry icing on the.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds delightful.
It was great.
Yes, those things are fucking amazing.
They're like crack.
It's like crack.
Ridiculous.
It's literal crack.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's like what they did in Good Burger when they made the burgers really big and addictive. That's like what they figured it out with biscuits at Popeyes.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. They are ridiculous, and they're larger than normal, like biscuit size.
I remember
same stuff. Yeah,
I remember biting into one and literally being like, "Are you fucking kidding me?
Wait, is this still a thing?
Are you fucking kidding me?"
I don't know. Is this still a thing?
Strawberry biscuits, probably. I hope so.
I don't know. I haven't had it in a while.
I might venture to Popeyes.
Me and Brandy both.
Right, in line. I mean, hey, get yourself back at least. Like, you got hands.
It's just me fighting a dude, and Brandy pulls up. After 2 minutes, he gives me the bag of fucking biscuits.
I have to like pepper spray somebody.
Hey, we are a podcast. We fight together, all right?
Yeah.
We're in this shit together.
Yep.
Jeez. Good times, though. Good fucking times.
That place is treacherous.
That place is
I don't know how it's still in business.
I do not know.
There are people who complain about it nonstop on Facebook, on like the Griffith Facebook page.
It gets review bombed like every week.
Yes,
like, I don't understand how it's still in business.
That's the crazy part. Their chicken is so good. Like, people are like, fuck it. It's the only one.
Yep.
And that's like strategic too, I feel like.
It is the only one over there.
They probably make bank.
Because there's that and KFC across the street.
There's always a line.
There's always a line.
Always.
But
the
like,
fucking thing doesn't even work.
But like, I know.
The
speaker didn't even work.
The speaker don't work, right?
And then like every couple days, someone will be on Facebook like, I went to Popeyes and they fucking killed my dog. And then someone will be in the comments like, them biscuits though.
Right, but the business though. Keep it. Every time I try to get out, keep pulling me back in. Bastards.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's that.
What's your favorite nugget?
Well, I was trying to think of like a strip or like, because I actually do like Popeyes when they had their little bite things. But fast food wise, probably Wendy's. Their spicy nuggets. Wendy's spicy nuggets are top tier.
Wrong. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, overall,
if I do have to have like a nugget, I could do a Wendy's spicy nugget.
And like they came back thanks to Chance the Rapper. It's one of my favorite stories. Like,
that's amazing.
Chance the Rapper's online campaign to bring back spicy nuggets from Wendy's. They went away for a long ass time.
Yeah.
But thanks to Chance the Rapper, shout out Chicago.
Yep.
He got our backs.
Yep.
He's a man of the people.
We used to eat the shit out of some spicy nuggets in high school.
Man.
Oh yeah, totally. They're great.
Yeah, dude. Overall, Wendy's price point, flavor, all that. That's like probably the best one.
The best nugget. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Because I mean, you have like Burger King's deer ankle nuggets.
Oh yeah,
And then
Oh,
goddamn
God.
fucking raccoon shin tasting.
I will never,
shit tastes like
go
bullshit,
to Burger
dude.
King. I refuse. I will starve to death before I go to fucking Burger
I
King.
like Burger King Whoppers.
Their
That's
food
about
is
it.
trash.
I always love the cakes that they have. Those little Hershey cake things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those
Yeah.
things are good.
The little slice.
Yeah.
I
That's
used to
lovely.
like the chicken fries, right? When they first came
Oh,
out with
yeah,
them.
yeah,
Those,
yeah,
that's
those-
kind of a nugget, right?
Yeah,
I used to like the
long
chicken
nugget.
fries, but then like they started getting worse and worse, like
Mm-hmm.
progressively. And then one time I got them and I broke it in half and
Hell
like
yeah.
dust came out.
All crust.
And I was like, I'm not gonna go to Burger King anymore.
It's funny because we live between two Burger Kings and they both suck.
They both suck. They both absolutely suck.
Like the one across the street from the gym isn't the worst, but I don't like going there after I leave the gym because I feel like I was across the
You're just
street
gonna cancel
working
out
out
everything.
because you know it's all like the one that's across the street from the gym.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like I'm like working out, I'm looking out the window. I always look out the window when I'm like
Yeah.
taking my break.
Dude,
in
that
between sets.
motherfucker's smoky too. You know
Dude,
it smells good.
it smells
and you just
so
watching
good.
it.
Right, because you're in the gym staring at
Yeah.
the bitch.
It does
'Cause
smell
the only
really
food
good.
plate is right there.
Yeah.
Because that DQ right there isn't a grill and chill. It's just
Yeah,
a
it's
chill.
just a regular.
Yeah.
So, damn it.
What isn't it like an Orange Julius or something, that one?
I don't know what those words mean.
It's like they have like smoothies and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
You know what's actually surprisingly good is so you know how White Castle has those chicken rings?
Yeah.
If you get the waffle slider where it's like two like little waffles, mini waffles, and then you get
Yeah.
the chicken ring in between,
Yeah.
it's like a chicken and waffle sandwich, and it's like, oh, it's next level.
Oh hell.
It is next level.
Okay. I hope our listeners aren't hungry. Like, we are just fucking y'all up today. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
someone's driving and they get this. Hey, this might give you a good idea for lunch.
Yeah.
Oh, either that or they're just like starving now. They're indecisive. Like, well, I wanted this, but they said it was garbage.
Don't go
They're
to
at
Burger
Burger
King.
King like, man,
Like someone's in the Popeyes line and they're like, God damn it.
if they live around here, they know what the Popeyes we're talking about.
That's true.
Is
They
there,
know
like-
exactly which one we're talking
Is
about.
there a Popeyes like in Cherville or
There
south
is.
of Route 30?
It's over
Is there?
by Walmart. It's by like
Yep.
there's like a Arby's and then there's like a Popeyes.
Oh.
Yeah, like 40. I think it's 41 and 30.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that one's a good one, actually.
That was fine.
Well, it was made mad because it was on DoorDash. I'm like, cool. So I hearted it so I never lost it. They started charging the fucking delivery fee of this address.
Shitty.
I used to get that shit all like right off. I'm like, wait a minute, the good Popeyes is on DoorDash?
Yeah.
Dude, my day was made.
I used to live over there. I used to live at Sherwood Lake Apartments.
That's right.
So I could get Popeyes whenever the fuck I wanted.
Man.
And now it's like I only get it when I'm like over that way, which I hardly am.
Yeah, I'm never
anyways.
over that way. Right.
So
Well, hope you guys are hungry. Anyways. Normally I ask you what we're talking about today, Deej, but today I'm going to start us off. So,
Indeed.
all right. So, our listeners, we're close to 50-50 listeners for men and women, which is pretty great. There's a few non-binaries out there too, so the they thems. What's up to y'all too? But not many though. But that's cool.
what up,
We'll get
girls,
there.
gays, and theys?
Well, this is actually we're about to be in the beginning of well, this actually comes out during Pride
Pride
Month.
Month, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this will be out
Damn,
in
it's
Pride
going to
month.
be June fucking in
We're
2
about
days.
to be June, dude.
That's wild.
Fuck.
Hurts my feelings.
I still haven't even planted my flowers yet.
Oof.
I
Damn.
know.
I keep having fucking squirrels robbing me of my goddamn peppers.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Somebody's robbing me.
I got strawberries, but I hung that shit up on the siding, so only the birds can get it. The squirrels,
Sure.
the rabbits, they can't get it.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
So where was I at here? Talking about stuff. Oh yeah. Well, happy Pride Month to those that celebrate. What's happening?
What up?
Hope you're enjoying it. Well, it's going to be the beginning of it, but I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have a great month. You deserve it.
Can we go to the parade?
I do not want to be there on that many people.
Yeah, you know, the thing about
Gone before. It's
I've
just-
never gone.
Oh, dude. I mean, I have friends that still go. Go with Diamond.
Is Diamond going?
She goes pretty much every year. Yeah.
Oh shit.
see,
Okay, yes.
if you go to Pride, you got to party. And like, I don't party anymore.
No, not like that.
And yeah, it's like the last time I was in Boys Town, like it got real crazy.
Well, dude, you're trying to keep up drinking with gay people. It's damn
You
near
can't do
impossible.
that.
I
You
wasn't
can't
even
do
really
that.
drinking at
Oh.
the time, but like they played Nicki Minaj, and it was like fucking like the full moon showed up, and these motherfuckers turned into werewolves
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and became very aggressive.
Dude, now we have Sexy Red out. Think about it now.
Oh yeah.
Let that soak in.
Yeah.
Let that thought wash over you.
It's like
and
something,
how ravenous it will become in the streets.
It's like there's enough alcohol, and it's like that scene from Blade, like when all the vampires change.
Yeah, they start like just like raining blood and shit from the guy.
They just start acting different and more sexual, like a little bit more.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be. They
break out into like a fully choreographed dance that all of them know.
There, I'm like, this is pretty cool. They're like, it starts turning. I'm like, oh boy,
gotta go. We love y'all, but you know what the fuck we're talking about. Don't act like you don't. All right, so topic for the day. Let's actually dive into it. We're at 20 minutes already, so we probably should get started for the people that actually do care about what we're talking about today. So this one, controversial topic. That's actually the reason why I picked it. A lot of incels and neckbeards about to be mad about this one. Well, we already said Happy Pride Month, so they're gonna be mad regardless. Like, we have an agenda.
Get fucked.
Suck a dick.
Yeah,
it might help you.
Suck dicks and cocks.
Yeah,
right.
Just try sucking a dick and see if
it
you
might
like
help.
it.
Touch the grass and then suck a dick.
See if
Do
it's your
both
thing. You know?
at the same. Touch the grass and a penis.
Hands fully on the grass.
Damn, no hands.
No hands.
Like a fucking professional.
No hands.
Maybe
Like
just
a
give it a little
fucking
kiss at
professional.
first. Don't get crazy at first. You know, just a little.
Take it slow. Anywho,
Want them bare knees on the ground.
jeez, this is like an After Sex episode already. We're just diving into this. So, anyways, the reason why this is controversial though, a very very popular video game called Assassin's Creed is coming out again this year. They used to do one every year. They stopped doing that because it started to really suck, and they do like one every like 2-3 years now, which is cool. Whatever. Fans have been clamoring, begging to have an Assassin's Creed game in Japan because like. They're ninjas. I get it. You know, this is like the 8th or 9th game. Like they're
Super
finally
fun
doing
game. Yeah, it's.
Right.
I mean, the way that it's played, especially after playing like Ghost of Tsushima.
I love Ghost of Tsushima.
Just like it's like, yeah, you have to do this for Assassin's Creed.
Also,
You
check
have
your do yourselves a favor. Go back and check out our Ghost of Tsushima episodes. Good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
That was one of our better ones actually. So yeah, go check that out. Anyways, so yeah, Assassin's Creed finally going to Japan. Everyone's like, yeah, fuck yeah, this will be great. Cover shows like a ninja on top of a roof, like, yeah, fuck yeah, this will be great. And then people got real pissed when they found out that one of the people you can play as is a black guy. Like, what? And then, like, this is the first time Assassin's Creed has ever let you play as an historical figure, like an actual person from history. Normally, it's like some made up person.
Yeah, you're a fictional character, and then there's
Who
like
just meets
historical
people.
like cameos.
Right.
You know, they're just NPCs though. You don't play as them. You know.
Right. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
you'll be like playing like a certain time period, but like meet famous historical figures throughout that
cool.
time period, which is always great.
I used to play this game called Amazon Trail. It was like Oregon Trail, but it was like
hoping so.
upgraded.
Okay.
And you would go, it was like a PC game, and you would go like go down like the Amazon River or whatever, and you would make stops at like these different places, and you would meet like Henry Ford, or you would meet like all these like historical people throughout time that have been in the Amazon for one reason or another.
Sure.
So that was super cool.
It's more like a lot of it's a very period piece kind of thing. So it'll be like the turn of the century, like they did with I think it was Syndicate, or like when you
that was like one of my favorite Syndicate.
Yeah, that was one of the last ones before they changed over to newer.
The old fisticuffs.
Oh, dude, that was so great. Love that game.
Love that.
That game so much. But like when you played Assassin's Creed 4, you were a pirate, so you met like Blackbeard and shit like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's
And
also.
That was probably my favorite one.
Yeah,
still.
it's between those two for me. Yeah.
Or like I think Assassin's Creed 3, you're in the middle of American Revolution, so you meet like George Washington, shit like that. Like you're helping the American Revolution. Anyways, so they do like all these things. Like the games are usually around a certain time period, but you always play as like a dude who just so happened to be in the middle of it. This time you're playing as a dude who actually was in the middle of it.
That's cool.
But his
I like
history is kind of there's not a lot to it, but I do enjoy the time period itself, and I just want to talk about it because I think it's pretty cool. A lot of his history, we have a little bit of before, a little bit of what happened during, so the time period of Japanese history that they're going to be talking about in the game, and then what happens to him after is kind of
there's like no one really knows for sure, but there's like rumors and like legends and stuff, but nothing dodocumented.
But nothing
right?
was documented after certain events took place. So again, like people just being mad, like, oh well, because people, a lot of things nowadays, or a lot of people nowadays, like, oh, wokeness and social appropriation and all these other things that are happening in society. Really, all it is just people are not white characters anymore. They're like, your main character is not a white male.
Why isn't you making you?
Or even movie wise, like, well, why is it a woman? Like, da, da, da. I mean, granted, some of them do really fucking suck.
Yeah.
Like the all women's Oceans movie, like Oceans, what was it, 8? It's dog shit.
Yeah.
Like the all women's Ghostbusters.
I was gonna say
Ghostbusters. Dog shit.
And that's upsetting because I really wanted that to be good because I love all of those actresses.
I like a few of them, yeah.
Individually, they're great. But for whatever reason, that movie just did not.
They're funny.
It wasn't it. They are all
right. They're
funny.
all funny separately.
It just didn't work for whatever
bad writing
reason.
is what a lot of it comes down to, honestly.
I think so.
Like a lot of it's just bad writing. Even today, Kathleen Kennedy, she's one of the higher ups with LucasArts and Disney, who nobody likes. But anyways, she came out today saying like the failure of a lot of Disney projects are due to Star Wars being a mostly male fan base, which a toxic male fan base. I'm like, I can kind of see that. Yeah. As a Star Wars fan, we're pretty bad. Yeah. At the same time, though,
DJ's like, yeah, the fuck you are.
Yeah.
It's true.
You say that. Yeah.
But at the same time, though, a lot of the new Star Wars shit just had horrible writing too. So it's a little bit of both. Toxic masculinity, yes. Bad writing, also yes. Do better. Our women actresses, whatever you want to go by, they deserve better than that. Do better.
Yeah.
Looking at you, J.J. Abrams. And Rian Johnson. Mainly Rian Johnson, you bitch. Anywho. So this is going on that. That's the reason why I really want to bring this topic up, because again, like it's one of those things where people are mad. And so he wasn't a samurai, he wasn't this and that. Like he was an historical person. We have documentation saying all this shit. Stop being a dick. Get over it. There's also a ninja in the game you can play as, but it's a woman. Get over it.
Yeah. Also get over that.
Get over that too. It's fine. I mean, granted, like having an Assassin's Creed game based in Japan, the first time ever they went with the historical figure. I thought it was kind of an actual weird move, but I mean, whatever.
I think it's cool.
I mean, because why not at this point?
I think it's cool.
It's something different, at least.
It makes sense because there's really not that much known about him, especially like
after a certain point, right?
Yeah,
like,
you can kind of insert him into whatever narrative.
Yeah,
you can embellish.
Yeah,
a lot.
They could make it really cool, especially in a video game. They can do a lot of cool things with that.
Which is why I think they might have picked him, because most other historical Japanese characters either are after this period or we know their entire life story. Go check out our Musashi episode.
Yeah.
So let's dive into it. So we're going to be talking about Yasuke or Yasuke, however you want to pronounce it. I've heard both.
I like Yasuke.
Yasuke.
Yeah.
It's my boy Yasuke right there. But Yasuke came into Japan at a really interesting time. He was actually already young adult when he finally made it there. But we're going to go a little bit before that. Just talk about what was going on in Japan at the time. Very weird part of history, for them at least. We, of course, know a lot about the American Revolution. We were in America. Of course, we know about it. But we don't know, or at least I know we never learned it in school, was about what happened in Japan to unify Japan. And it was, for the longest time, never was a unified country. A lot of it was their own warlords, daimyos, trying to fight for supremacy and trying to take over the island itself, which is really interesting. It's cool to see, like, they were united at one point against some people, the Mongols, but other times it was these warlords that were just trying to take over the country. So Yasuke's part in this comes during the unification of Japan. We're going to start the story off though with Oda Nobunaga. This guy deserves his own podcast. There's a lot to him. I'm not going to go into all of it because there's a lot to this man. If you want to learn more about him, if we don't do a podcast about him, there is a special on Netflix that shows the history of how Japan was unified. That was mostly about this guy. So Oda Nobunaga was also known as the Great Unifier. He was the dude who came in and unified most, not all, most of Japan. He took control of his clan. His family hated him. Let's start off there. His family fucking hated this guy. Couldn't stand him. He broke tradition, which even to this day, Japan is really steeped in their tradition. They don't really want you to fuck with that. This dude did a middle finger to all of that, but with swords. So was not having it. He didn't. His family hated him. Literally, his own brother plotted to kill him. He found out. He cut his brother's head off.
Damn.
It's a whole thing. There's a lot of beheadings. We're gonna get to that.
Yeah, there really is.
There's a lot of.
There really
You think
is.
you and your siblings don't get along?
Yeah, at least you say you have your head attached to you. Because he even kills his cousin. I'm pretty sure he cuts his cousin's head off too.
But so isn't that the thing with like samurai though? That's like one of the perks of being a samurai is you can like legally kill somebody of lower status than you.
That's later on in history. This is before the samurai were the ruling class.
Okay.
So this is the samurai as a warrior class still. We're going to get to that though.
Okay.
I'm going to touch
Okay.
on that later on for sure. That happens pretty much immediately after this time period.
Yeah.
Is when that happens.
Okay.
When the highest class you can be in Japan is a samurai, and nobody can tell you shit.
Yeah.
This is the part where samurai are still more servants to a lord.
Okay.
This is more of them still being more warrior, more servant than
Yeah, we talked about this during the Ronin episode.
we did. Yeah, when we talked. Yeah,
I remember this.
Go watch our older episodes.
Yeah. We
Subliminal
have like
message.
a lot of really good episodes on these topics.
On Japan. Actually our most listened to episodes are about Japan and Japanese history. Yes,
Bunch of weebs.
I'm okay with that. You're sitting in the house of one of them.
The House of Weeb.
The house of weeb. You're welcome. Jeez. Get used to it. You'll be fine. So like I was saying, his brother wanted to kill him. His wife was the daughter of a rival clan. Like, we talk about it, how England has had like they'll like, or Europe will marry somebody off to like stop a war,
Like alliances.
Exactly. Same thing happened to Japan. Same exact thing was going on, where the rival clan married their daughter off to Nobunaga, and he, whatever.
Women be stopping wars all over the world.
Hey, pussy changes things. It changes a man.
Yeah. Like, could you imagine like having to send like your daughter and you like, look, a lot of people are gonna die.
Right. If you're from the back though.
If you
From the back.
just for a couple years,
Oh, man.
we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
Right. Or kill him. Or that.
Yeah.
There's always that option.
Here's how to poison someone.
I wish I was joking,
Wink,
but there's a lot of
wink.
that too, actually.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that too, where these women were essentially just assassins.
Yeah.
This is not one of those ones though.
That would be a good episode.
She did not kill him. We can definitely dive into that though. That'd be pretty fucking
That would
fun.
be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like the most deadly women in history.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be fun.
There's one.
need to call
there's
Kat.
one in particular I'd like love to talk
Yeah, get
about.
Cat on there.
We need to get Cat on that one.
Sure.
We need more women. We need more women on the podcast. We're calling Cat.
Hell yeah.
I hope she listens to this. She's like, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Like wherever she's at, she's like, yeah, I'll
What,
do this
what
shit.
up, girl?
we know you listen.
Good times. So yeah, like I was saying, he family hated him, rivals hated him, wife probably hated him. So everybody hated this dude, but he was very, very ambitious, and he was also very smart. So one of the things, like I mentioned before, you had the samurai class. They were mostly, like I said, warriors, service to a lord, blah blah blah. The rest of your army is made of pretty much peasants. Where the peasants, you don't really arm them. You give them like a fucking spear and no armor,
A
and
couple of sticks,
just set them out there. That's really
rocks.
it.
Yeah.
Like, here, figure it out. And they were less than people because they were peasants. So it's like you can make more of them. Like it's
Can
fine.
make more of them.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So, but they weren't trained for shit. They were just literally given, here's a weapon, go figure it out. And one of the things that Nobunaga did differently was that he trained these people. He gave them better arms. He gave them better armor. He gave them actual training because he was a smaller lord, didn't have that many men. He had to kill his cousin, whole thing. He trained his peasants on how to fight. And they were loyal to him because of their training, because he gave them a better life. He actually treated them like people,
yeah.
long and short.
Gee.
Yeah, I know, right?
What a revolutionary concept.
Like, wait a minute. Treat people like people.
Somebody write that down.
Right. Deja, write that down.
I can do those.
But at the same time, this is also taking place after Japan was isolated. So Japan was isolated for quite some time. They didn't want any trade with anybody else. They didn't want any outside influences on their people, essentially. This is after that. So or this is before that. Jeez, I should have wrote that down. My bad. Anyways, we have the influences of Europeans and the Jesuits coming into this place. So Jesuits, branch of Christianity. I'm not diving into that mess.
No, that's a long story.
It's a long story. But they were sending missionaries and priests down there to help convert the Japanese people. Some were receptive to it, some of them weren't, traditionalists versus not. That sparked a whole another conflict, actually. But again, that's all about that today. One of the things that Nobunaga did do, he actually invited them into his empire. He wasn't a Christian. Mm-hmm. However, he did want the other religions to have more infighting, and that's a good way to do it. Divide the people.
Wasn't he like an atheist or something? Like he wasn't really like traditional with his.
He was not traditional with shit.
He was like supposed to be like a Buddhist, but he
is like no.
Was like nah.
Nah, that's not for me. I'm dog.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's not for me, dog. I'm gonna drink this liquor though. So further on in his life, like he deserves his own podcast. There's so much that happens with him. I don't want to touch on too much of it, or too much more of it at least. But one of the other things that he did was revolutionary was he actually used guns in battle. So he had less men than most people, smaller daimyo, smaller empire, smaller province, everything else. But he did have trained peasants and he did have guns.
Hell yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot to take into battle with you. So
when everyone else has swords, you're bringing a
gun to a knife fight. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And I mean, these were still very slow loaders. It was still something that he had a leg up, and he was also very smart. Very, very smart person. He also employed some very smart people. His generals were also of his level of intelligence, if not more. Hence why you have Oda Nobunaga being the great unifier, the first one. The second and third were all his generals that actually finished his job and unified all Japan. And one of their empires lasted for almost 400 years. So,
good
you know.
Oh,
hell yeah.
That's when you know you made it right. Like, yeah. So eventually there was a battle. Dude got embarrassed. He was in his fields. Dude's name was Akechi. He was a bitch. Anyways, so this is the era that Yasuke is coming into, where they're at war. They're trying to unify Japan, and everybody hates the guy who's in charge of them. Like his lord and master, everybody fucking hates, except for like a few people. So Nobunaga's in a temple in Kyoto. And most of his armies away. He only has his personal guard, his entourage, which was about 30 to 50 people. Yasuke was one of the 30 to 50 people that was there with him. They were ambushed by, I think it was like 3,000 men. Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of dudes. 3,000 versus like 30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this ain't video game logic, man. You're not gonna win this. Like, you're not gonna win this fight. No. So, essentially, Nobunaga lost himself inside the temple and commit seppuku. The person next to him, Ranmaru, which is another large figure, he commits. So Nobunaga commits seppuku, beheaded by Ranmaru. Ranmaru commits seppuku, beheaded by Yasuke. Yasuke had one job. His job was to take Nobunaga's head to his son and Nobutada, and he did. And that's kind of where his story kind of ends. But again, that's more of the world he was coming into. Who was he, though? Who was Yasuke? Why is he a historical figure? Why does he matter, essentially?
Where did he come from?
Where did he come from, and where did he go?
Where did you come from?
Like, what are you motherfuckers gonna do it? I'm not doing it. No, what are you motherfuckers gonna do this shit though? So I skipped ahead obviously with the part about Nobunaga dying, but that's not that's not
spoiler alert.
Yeah, he dies. Yeah, a lot of people lose their heads in this era of Japan. You know, they used to have what they called head parties, and they're not like the fun ones, like where. It wasn't really a party, but I think that's the best translation of it. Where so after a battle was over with, you would chop the heads off of your enemies, and I believe the samurai would get the honor of their head being cut off and then cleaned, give it like have makeup put on them, and their head was presented to the general of the other army to then approve whether or not it was good enough work and then sent off.
That's a hell of a fucking party right there.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Like I got my fucking head cut off, bro. Shit was wild.
Mm-hmm. and then cleaned and then had makeup put on it.
Yeah, they put makeup all over me. It was fucking wild.
Weird, bro.
I was wearing lipstick all of a sudden.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crazy night, dude.
Weird stuff, bro.
My
But
head
yeah,
was
like, a
splitting.
lot of people were beheaded. A lot of that happened. That's actually part of the thing with Nobunaga's head, though. They didn't want the Akechi to have it.
Imagine
So-
that being your job is like to put makeup on a severed head. And you're just like, all right, we're going to just add like a little bit of contour.
It's like, why is your skin so washed out?
Somebody hasn't been doing their skincare routine.
Drink more water. Weirdo.
But yeah, they didn't want their heads to be found by the bad guys.
Yeah, or the rival army,
the
because
other
they would
guys.
put it on a pike and display it for everybody to see, and you don't really want that for your head, do you?
Yeah.
No, you want makeup on it.
Obviously. So Yasuke, this dude, the thing is, like, people mostly think about him as like, well, he's a black dude in Japan. Like, it's gonna be kind of weird, right? There were black people there already. He wasn't the first. He was tall as fuck, though. Like, the dude was like either 6'4" or 6'5".
Yeah, can we talk about like how fucking abnormally taller
Yeah.
he might have been than everyone else?
Well, like, yeah, think about, like, people were generally shorter back then in the first place, and then
Yeah, and then you have Japan.
Japanese
Yeah.
people were particularly
Oh my god,
short.
LeBron James.
I hear I've read anywhere between 6 foot to 6'5", but we'll land right in the middle.
Yeah,
Somewhere
6'3",
6'2", 6'3", somewhere around that fucking
Yeah.
point. Your average Japanese dude is like 5'2".
Yeah, like my height.
Maybe. You
Yeah.
know, he's got everybody by a foot. For sure.
And you're also black.
fucking running a 4-4, probably,
I
fucking
mean, sure.
just fucking bench pressing probably fucking,
20 people.
20 barrels of fucking sake or some shit like that, Who fucking knows? 'Cause
Indeed.
That was like, I was reading stories that like with some people, when they first saw him, he was on a horse and they thought he was a centaur.
Well, like, so I...
Because
so
they had never, well, first of all, they'd never seen anyone that big. And
Right.
some people still hadn't seen anyone
Oh
black
yeah,
before.
true.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
major cities had black people in them. Outside of that, though, sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
like the countryside and all that shit. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
like I was reading a thing, I don't know if it was true or not, but I was reading a thing where like they thought that they might have considered him to be like holy because the Buddha statues were like charcoal colored. So if like a person with darker skin comes along, they regarded them as like closer to Buddha. So I don't know. It was
Sure.
It was in one of the things that I read
Right on.
about. So
I'm with it.
yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of, I'm not really sure because I couldn't really find anything solid on it. But when he shows up, he shows up with an Italian Jesuit,
Yes.
around the 1570s, something like that.
Something like that.
Somewhere around that era, so
Yeah, 1579.
I don't know if he's free or if he's just with them as like
That's
a hired mercenary,
also not really known.
So
either,
right. So there's a lot of speculation about that. It was believed that he was a mercenary. By that point, he was already freed, and he was hired to
Jesus being a bodyguard,
to be
basically,
his bodyguard.
Yeah.
He was-
because priests couldn't carry weapons.
He was
Yeah.
from where? Mozambique, right?
So there's a lot of speculation about that too, of course. So either Mozambique, Ethiopia, or Nigeria. The big three.
So he was probably like a slave at one point and then freed, or he earned his freedom.
beating the
or-
fuck out of everybody and probably
he
kept
just, like,
escaping.
beat the shit out of everyone.
They were
and
like,
left.
you know what, dude? You can
Got it.
You can just go. It's cool.
So
We're good.
the thing about his freedom was that he was in a few places. So he was in Portugal for a while. Went from Portugal to India. They believe when he was in India, that's when he was free.
Okay.
Because he was then trained as a warrior, a Hapshi. There was a chance he was trained as a warrior there first. So he came to Japan already knowing how to fight, which is actually pretty fucking cool. Because you're going to a place at war with itself, and you already can kick everybody else's ass.
Just watching him fight these little fucking Japanese dudes is
It's like me beating up a fucking kindergartner. Yes, I know. Like,
you versus a bunch of Charlies. Just like,
Japanese people aren't that fat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Sumo wrestlers,
it'd
maybe.
be like,
You're
like
right.
you facing a bunch of me's.
pretty much.
Yeah. Well, I'm like 5'7".
So you'd be tall too.
I'm a little taller than them.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, me maybe. Bunch of me's.
I don't want to fight you, Brandon.
I could get scrappy. I think
Your life is already hard enough.
that's true.
I don't want to make it worse.
And that's got to be crazy too, because I always mention this when we talk about like you hear about a crazy character and
Yeah.
you got to be one of the soldiers and people are just telling stories. So eventually at some point someone's like, God is real. He's here. He's about 6'5".
Yep.
He's beat the fuck out of everybody.
And he's black.
Right.
He's also the lower half is a horse.
Right.
I think.
Well, the whole penis thing.
We haven't got close enough to figure it out.
It's
We're all
terrifying.
We're all terrified. We're all very scared.
Wasn't there somebody who like asked him to like take off his clothes to prove that he was actually black?
It was Nobunaga.
Yeah, because
It was Nobunaga that did it, actually.
because he shows up with the Jesuit missionary,
Right.
you know, and Nobunaga notices him, and he's like,
How did you not?
"Who the fuck is that guy?"
Like, yeah, Jesus, I get it,
You
but
know,
like,
and almost like
like God, yeah, whatever, afterlife,
Yeah.
whatever. Who the fuck?
yeah, and he's almost like enamored with him, you know, especially because this guy knows how to fucking fight, you know, he's
Right.
already a warrior, you know, so he kind of like, I don't know if he bought him or they made some kind of deal, but he basically was like, "You're gonna fucking
want you
hang out
on
with
my team."
Yeah, you're gonna hang
Right.
out with me. You know what I mean? And that's another thing I wasn't too positive on. If he already knew how to speak Japanese showing up, or he just eventually learned it while hanging out with these people.
What I read about was that he already knew Japanese somehow. Like he like showed up already speaking Japanese. That was like a thing I heard multiple sources.
Just all hand signals. He's like,
And and another, it was like the general consensus that he just like decided to stay in Japan because
He did,
everyone there was like obsessed with him.
Well, yeah, it's like we came from being a slave to now you're a mercenary to now people worship you.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna stay there too.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I thought about this. I asked a question a while ago, like if you could be at any point in history, like where would you be? I think this would have been a pretty solid time for you, Aaron,
Yeah, that's
To
true.
I'm not that good of a fighter,
to
dude.
be in Japan. But
Well,
but I'm just
I
saying,
mean,
like,
even without the whole fighting thing,
The entire country is killing itself.
I'm just saying, it
don't
sounds
know.
like Yasuke had it pretty good, and
He also had a fucking sword.
he's about your build.
His lord,
seems
his lord was the
So,
most
like-
feared man in Japan.
so like say you could go back in time to this specific period, but you can like bring any weapon you want with you.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Like,
What
any-
if you could train with him like Yasuke?
I would probably that would be pretty tight, actually. Yeah, but I mean, like the fact that he already knew how to fight is kind of a thing. But
Yeah.
yeah. Anywho, I was also looking up. They called him a habshi. I was just looking up what the definition of that was. It's an Arabic word for people. Well, from a place that was now known as Ethiopia, actually. So it's a term just for people that are from that area, which is cool. You know, that's was wondering what that meant. But I mean, I'm like his width, but I'm not his height.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I'm strong as fuck, which is pretty
You could
tight.
just
But
be
like,
his-
it could have
his
worked, you know. I was
protege.
trying to be optimistic.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. Okay, so like he basically shows up and he gets hooked up with
Nobunaga.
and like now everyone's like, who the fuck is that guy?
Right.
Like everybody notices it, and more stories starts coming up. Like he has a strength of 10 men.
Right.
He could fucking lift barrels of sake over his head. You know, incredible speed, incredible strength, and all this other crazy
He's
stuff.
Superman.
And honestly, most of it was probably kind of true. Just
Well, I
embellished
mean,
really heavy.
If you think about it, I mean, the dude was a slave.
Could you
at
imagine
one point.
like
Like,
throwing a
Probably very
well, he's
Japanese,
strong as fuck.
like grabbing
Yeah.
a dude and just beating another dude with him?
being a dude with another dude. Because like my first one was, I just mentioned like a Terry Crews-esque size
Yeah.
man, just whipping people and shit.
Oh my god! And that's the crazy part too, because like he was so like tied in with Nobunaga, and that they like gave him samurai status. They gave him a fucking sword. They gave him a fucking weapon.
Yeah.
What is it? They use katana.
Yes.
Is that the average sword?
Yes.
That's a big ass fucking sword to be given a dude like that.
Well, it's a big ass dude.
Big
Like-
dude, big sword.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
They say.
All right.
That's what they say.
All right. Get a taste of that.
You're in that one.
Yeah.
You done good.
So you had mentioned the part. So eventually, Nobunaga gets betrayed,
Yes.
and he, instead of fucking dying, he gets captured. They're like, "Well, you can do seppuku." Am I saying that right? Seppuku.
Yep.
Seppuku. All right. So the thing is with seppuku is like you can't do it all the way
Well, you might die before that or
by
pass
yourself.
out.
Yeah. So it's like you need somebody else. It's like like a spotter in a gym.
To like make sure that you die.
So
to
that
finish.
it's weird because that wasn't always the tradition of it. Seppuku was mostly done by yourself. You could have a secondary person there, but it was usually ritually done by yourself. The whole head cutting off thing happened way later in history, actually. Not this part. It was happening, of course, but like when I first started doing this shit, the ritual suicide, the ritual disembowelment of yourself, is pretty much what it translates to. You're disemboweling yourself, so you're coming down from there. And people will like pull their guts out. Like people would actually like pull their entrails out as part of this thing. That whole thing.
There's no fucking way. Like just to get it all the way.
Well, you have no honor.
Wouldn't you
That's why.
pass out before that you even get to that point? That's
Because you have no honor.
I ain't got no damn honor.
Okay, so this is my favorite part about Yasuke is like so Nobunaga does seppuku, and then the other guy does seppuku, and now it's Yasuke, right?
Yep.
So they give him an option. They're like, you can also do seppuku honorably, or you can go be a slave again. And Yasuke is like, so I could live or I could die. And they're like, dishonorably live. And he's like, but
go back to that.
I would live.
He's like, y'all know I'm not Japanese, right?
That's my favorite part because like the whole samurai culture is like honor, dishonor. So motherfuckers would literally like instead of drowning, they would like fucking stab themselves before because they were like the water ain't going to dishonorably get my ass.
It's not really that. It's the death of a warrior. It's an honorable death for a warrior.
And it's such a big thing that like to this guy, he's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, you want me to do that or live? I just watched two people fucking disembowel themselves. Like literally peel themselves out from the asshole and just like or I could just hang out with some fucking priests.
Some priests again,
let's fucking do it, man. Let's fuck all right.
So there is a part of the story. There's a piece that you're missing in there, but yes. So one of the things, because there's actually a book that I want to bring up too, because there's actually a bunch of books about this dude and his history. One of them was written by this guy named Thomas Lockley. He's actually pretty much the foremost expert on Yasuke's life. He knows the most. He's written the most. He wrote 2 books and a research paper that was published as well. Just his life is just he focused on that and never let it go. Which whatever. That's cool, dude. You do you. But the book was called African Samurai: The True Story of Yasuke, a legendary black warrior in feudal Japan by Thomas Lake.
Yasuke's like, why are you so obsessed with me?
Like come on, stop.
That was a part I think we skipped over to where we briefly mentioned it, where like Nobunaga's people like didn't believe he was black.
They thought he rubbed his body with coal.
So they like made him like strip and wash, and like scrub his skin with soap and water.
Which that was probably the gayest thing.
No, it wasn't.
Like there's way
there is gayer actually.
Like, could you imagine them doing the scrubbing and like his just fucking tree trunk of a dick is hanging there and they're like, God damn it.
Oh no.
That's what I mean.
We made it 53 minutes without saying something racist. That was pretty good. It's pretty good for us. It was good for us.
We didn't even.
Oh man.
We didn't do anything related to the R word at all.
DJ's
our terrible impressions.
DJ's impression of a Japanese man flabbergasted by a large black man's dick is the funniest thing on earth.
Yep.
Oh,
it's true.
I'm going to save that for a soundbite. Jesus.
It was good. It was an apt description of what just happened. Yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff right there. So the book was written about him. One of the things that was said, because there was a lot of people that were writing down things about him. So like you said about like how he was fast in their bells, how strong in their bells. Those were accounts that were written down from other people. And we've mentioned this before, like just how soldiers tell stories, sitting around a campfire, drinking some sake. Like, see this motherfucker? See what he just did? See who we just did? Well, one of the things about when they first met him, though, like we just mentioned, like how of course like they thought his skin was covered with Cole, how they made him wash in front of them. One of the things they did say about him though was he appeared, and this is a quote from the book. I'm going to paraphrase, but because that's a lot. But it was said that he appeared to be between either 26 or 27 years old, looked robust, and of good demeanor. His formidable strength surpassed that of 10 men. So that's what you're referring to with the whole 10 men thing. That's where it comes from. Like I did mention earlier, like he was part of Nobunaga's personal entourage, which were people like not only were his close supporters, but also people that could protect him in need.
Yeah.
But it's like 30 to 50 dudes. It's not that many dudes. I mean, if nobody's trying to kill you, it's a lot of dudes. But with 3,000 dudes trying to kill you, it's not enough dudes.
That's another question I had. That's the interesting thing about him being an Assassin's Creed character, because like he's supposed to be an assassin, but he's a little
6'5" black man in Japan. Yes.
Yeah. How the fuck is
Not very,
I don't see him hiding in the fucking bushes or
Yeah.
I mean, I
Not very
can.
stealthy.
I don't know. It's because like
He's got a little bit of an advantage at night.
That's what I'm saying. A nighttime ninja right there, dog.
yeah. Have they done a game like that where the fighter's not so stealthy, where it's just like
I mean, that's how I play stealth games.
yeah, I guess you could play it. Yeah, it's true.
It's stealth if nobody is allowed to call anybody, all right?
That's true.
It's stealthy enough.
That's
If nobody can ring that bell, that's stealth.
That's like in the game Hitman. Like if you get seen by somebody, you could literally kill every person in the level,
You can.
and
It takes a
it'll
while.
go away. The like witness thing will go away.
Right. There cannot be a witness if there's no more witnesses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. True though. Very true though. So you remember when he was like that's probably the gayest thing? It wasn't the gayest thing, dude. There was a whole lot about gay sex with Nobunaga and his entourage. Apparently Yasuke was not part of that, but some of his close constituents were definitely having butt sex.
It's
It is Pride Month.
I feel like that's a thing.
We're getting this for our people.
I feel like that's a thing in a lot of cultures, especially for really great warriors. Like
if you're a dude, you're a warrior.
When you went to battle with your brothers, you were supposed to love them so much as if they were like your wife, that you would be connected with them, like physically, emotionally, mentally. So like when you fought with them, you fought as if like you were protecting your wife or your children, something like that.
Yeah.
So they were
locked in, man.
fucking just
Meat to meat.
beating fucking dick
Meat to meat.
over and over.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, it would probably be like that. Like, it would be way.
Like for whatever reason, I'm kind. What's the guy who like the Lord guy? What's his name again?
Nobunaga?
Yeah, Nobunaga. I'm kind of imagining him as like this kind but also eccentric, like rich guy who's just like, in my mind, he's like Jeff Goldblum, and he's just like collecting all of these like
just rare and weird people.
rare and weird people, so he can like have them around him and like bang them when he wants to. And, like,
I wish that were true. Part of it is, but
that's just like what's happening.
The
in my
rare
brain
and interesting
right
people is for sure kind of part of his MO, because he hired a lot of people that you wouldn't have expected. Like his generals were people that thought outside of the box, which was definitely interesting for that time period. Again, like a country that's steeped in tradition, and even when it came to warfare, steeped in tradition, he broke all that shit, and which is why he won so often.
Think outside the box first. You got to get inside the box.
That brought me great shame.
Dishonor
on you.
Fuck. All right. So, yes, we got to the part where Nobunaga is already dead. Like I mentioned before, with him being the first great unifier, there were two more. So, after Nobunaga died, Yasuke actually did escape that and went to find his son Nobutada. Nobutada was a terrible fucking leader. He died, and that's when he got captured.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
he brought his head, or the guy's head.
Yeah, he brought his dad's head. Like, here's your dad's head.
He's like, ooh,
Right.
shit.
Yeah, there was, because I think Nobunaga had two sons. It's been a while since I've learned this. So this all coming off of memory. But there were two sons, and the one that he went to was the worst of the two. I don't think he knew that. I don't think he knew that when he went, because he definitely got his ass kicked immediately afterwards, and then he committed seppuku. So yeah, that's when
Yasuke's like, this damn family.
What if he,
dude, I can't hold. I only have two hands.
What if Yasuke?
That's a lot of heads.
What if Yasuke had to cut his head off too?
I think
he's like, God damn it, I'm trying to help, man.
He's like, are you sure?
Yeah.
It's like, dude.
He's like, dude, you have an option. You know that, right?
Like, you can come with me and you can hang out with these weird ass Christian people.
He's like, yeah, they asked me that dumb question too, but I'm still here.
So Japanese traditions was shat on. Thanks for that. Part of the whole beheading thing too is like the rituals, the ritual disembowelment is actually just for that. Like the head chopping off thing happened because people live too long, so they'll be there just suffering.
They're just like bleeding to death very slowly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we got to speed this up.
Like, why is this taking so long?
Cut my head off.
Yeah.
Like, didn't he? You said he had guns.
Yeah.
Could they just fucking
No.
help me out here?
Nope.
Do me a favor.
I can't,
buddy.
Nope.
Yeah.
Gotta be a sword, dude. Gotta be a sword.
It's dishonorable if it's a gun.
Honestly, the guns actually were not the part of the warrior's code. They were considered to be not an honorable way of fighting. Which is why the Japanese got their asses handed to them by the Mongols. But that's another story that we covered in the Ghost of Tsushima episode. Go back and watch that. Listen to that.
Yep.
So after him, I just want to touch real quickly on the next person in line was after Akechi rebelled. Hideyoshi was like, dude, I'm just so loyal to my boy Nobunaga. Said, I'm gonna kill you. He did. Him and Tokugawa Ieyasu were both lords underneath Nobunaga. They kind of hate each other for a little bit. Then they're like, dude, but our homie Nobunaga's dead. Fuck everybody else. We got this shit. And they joined forces, killed Akechi, and Hideyoshi was the second great unifier. Tokugawa Ieyasu was the third, and he's the one whose dynasty lasted between 1603 and 1868.
Woo.
So literally his children's children.
Yeah.
For damn near 300 years, his family ruled Japan.
Wow.
That is wild. Wild. And that's a whole, again, like that could be his own podcast episode. But remember we were talking about earlier, Deej, about like how you have the ruling class of warrior of samurai? That's who did it. That's the family who put that into effect.
See, that's what I was gonna say. That's another part that you would love about like if you were like in Yasuke's position, like you could just kill anybody whenever they made you mad. But wasn't there a stipulation like it had to technically be like what's the difference between first degree murder and second degree murder? Like one's premeditated and one's like out of like
out of rage.
Yeah.
Like it has to be out of rage.
Just rage. You can't just plan that, right?
Yeah,
right. There was levels to that shit.
You can't come back to it. But I feel like you would have been like that'd have been something good for you.
What is going on with the both of you? Like, what do you think of me? I'm not saying you're wrong, but
I'm just.
I mean,
well, yeah, that you had like being like, well, you wouldn't hunt animals. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? You would hunt people? Like, what the hell?
you would absolutely hunt people. Don't lie.
Maybe you should ask yourself some questions.
Conversation I've never brought up before. Never brought this up ever. Probably this is my demeanor. Again, I get it, but like, the fuck, friends.
I mean, do you want us to lie to you?
No.
You want us to be real?
You're always telling us
That's
to get
why
out of
you
your
guys
house.
are dead. Keeps it real. I appreciate that.
You need friends to be able to tell you when you're going to kill people.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. So, but again, this period of Japan, like we're still got Jesuit priests there in Japan, so he might have still been there. We don't know. His story trails off. Like again, you got a choice. Like either you got some seppuku written for you, or you got some Italian priests.
Yeah,
that you're already with.
I feel like Yasuke was like Luke Wilson in Idiocracy. He just kept running into people, and everyone was just like,
Yeah.
"You will die with horrible dishonor, or you can have this horse and food and go on your way." And he's like, "I'm just gonna fucking
I'm just gonna go."
Like every step of the way, you know. He's probably
Okay, cool. Peace. Thanks, guys.
yeah, he probably just like ended up somewhere vacationing. He probably knocked up quite a few women along his travels.
Yeah.
You know,
I
Yeah.
can see that.
I mean, you know,
There would be a problem. That's why I don't live in Japan. There would be an issue.
that's what I'm saying. Like, if you were like considered like to some people like a god or some kind of mythical creature, that man was throwing pipe like it was like he's fucking John Elway, man.
There's all these like little mixed babies running around.
Just all over the place, just dropping little fucking seeds everywhere.
I was trying to remember just mixed Asian Asian black people. I got a few. They're all athletes.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the thing that's happening.
Yeah, so like in my mind, I assume he probably like ended up like probably doing pretty well. You know,
Yeah,
he just
probably.
kept living his life. You know, just
Probably.
like
Because there's no record of his death. There's no record of what happened to him after that, which is fine, you know, which is again why
There's,
the
like-
game can.
Yeah, there's like legends though. There's like one legend that he like went and avenged. What's his name?
Nobunaga.
Yeah, I just can't remember that guy's name. Anything. But there's a legend that he like went and avenged him and like, you know, killed a bunch of people and just like went ham. There's also a legend that he like went back with the Jesuits and like just like chilled in Spain or something. He was just like hanging out. There's like, you know, there's speculation. There's a lot of different theories and legends and whatever, but
it's like,
no one really knows. There's one. Isn't there like a legend that he became a sumo wrestler or something? There's like a painting. There's like there's like a painting of like a black sumo wrestler, and like people think that was him or something.
There were other black people in Japan.
I know, but like there's other reasons. I don't remember what the other reasons were, but they like there's someone else in the painting who they thought was like part of his entourage or.
It could have been, yeah.
There's like a theory that this guy in this painting is him for some reason.
I feel like sky's the limits for him, man. It's like
Why a whole video game's going to use him as a character?
yeah, he was just a samurai who like literally like because he wouldn't kill himself a fucking seppuku. Just kept on living.
I got places to be.
Yeah.
Y'all see all these kids I got to raise?
Yeah.
Actually, seppuku might not be a bad idea. All right.
Yeah. Maybe that's what got him at the end. He got caught up by some girl who had like quintuplets or some shit.
Oh.
And she's like, you could do seppuku or you could take care of this. He's like, you know what?
Actually,
I'm coming, Nobunaga.
I've lived a pretty good life. You know?
with honor.
Right. 'Cause, sometimes there are fates worse than death.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Yeah, I love it because it kind of makes sense because you said like Nobunaga didn't have like a traditional mindset,
Right.
so it makes sense. Like him in the first place, he'd be like, "Fuck that,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep on living."
Well, yeah. I mean, also the non-traditional part makes sense of why he made him a samurai. It's like, dude, like you're not Japanese, but you're a great warrior.
Yeah,
Here's a sword. Come with me. we got a country to take over.
yeah, it's pretty genius. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't mind the dudes making out. We got some other shit going on over here.
That was
He was probably like a pretty scary dude to have around too, like for your enemies.
Oh, sure. Well, that's like I mentioned before. Like you have Nobunaga was the most feared person in Japan. I mean, I wish he was more like Jeff Goldblum, but he was the opposite of that. He was a terrifying warlord
Yeah.
who literally chopped the head off his own brother, like, and his cousin too. Actually, his cousin got too.
Yeah, well,
there was a
I heard they were assholes.
well, one of them definitely was, but Nobunaga deserves his own episode because his empire was built upon the heads of a lot of people. Like this man murdered a lot of people. Killed a lot of people.
Here's my question: like these people that he murdered, were they in fights, or did he literally was he just like seppuku? And they were just like shit.
It wasn't seppuku.
God damn it!
He was chopping heads off, dude.
Oh, he was just like
He was
straight up
killing people.
Because that's like almost how I pictured it. Like when you're a samurai, you could just like somebody could bump into you, and you could be like seppuku.
Nope, you were just
And
told.
they're just like, God damn it, dude! Like,
But it's not. Like, God damn it, dude. Because they wouldn't even be. They wouldn't be samurai.
Like you're getting iced.
God damn it. Like
You're like, fuck.
I just And also, if you bump into somebody that's a peasant can't commit seppuku. They're not a warrior. They're just a peasant.
yeah.
They're nothing.
You just kill him.
Literally. They'll make more.
Yeah.
So I did want to touch briefly on what the samurai were too. So like the samurai did make up most of the ruling class. Like I said, they were the highest ranking social class, but that was happening in the Edo period, Tokugawa's period, which started in 1603. This was before that. So people were like, oh, he was just a sword bearer. No, he's a samurai. He was a samurai.
Yeah.
Stop being a dick. Trim your neck beard.
Yeah.
Also, stop breathing through your mouth.
Touch
It's
the
almost
grass.
Weird.
It's
like a
almost like technically
Right.
he's like a Ronin, like at this point.
Well,
you
he
know,
would have been
like-
after Nobunaga was killed, yeah, or
Yeah.
killed. Was seppuku apparently, like to say. Yeah. So, and also Tokugawa was the one who changed the name of Edo to Tokyo. So
Oh,
it was
shit.
called Edo before that. It's pretty tight.
yeah.
Pretty tight.
I
But
just imagine him being like so like not versed in all of the traditional like samurai stuff.
Yeah.
So when like he meets someone after like Nobunaga's killed and he's just like someone's like, "Oh, yeah, you're a Ronin now." And he's like, "The fuck? What is that?"
what you just say to me?
Yeah. I'm
It's
a
like-
what?
Look, man, people keep giving me swords and telling me to cut someone's head off.
I gotta go.
I really should get out of here.
But I did want to cite the source on that too, because of Britannica. So you know the encyclopedia people, you know the real smart people. They actually did say that he was granted the status of samurai. He was the first foreigner to ever be granted that.
Yes.
Oh.
So yes, he was a
So
samurai.
he was a samurai. People like he wasn't. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Read the internet.
Read a book.
Touch some grass.
Suck a dick.
Yes. We could start something new today.
Yep. Sure did.
And also, like I said before, there were other Africans in Japan. There were about 700. Several hundred. There we go. Other Africans in Japan during the 16th century. A lot of them were used as either interpreters, soldiers, or entertainers. So he wasn't the first. He wasn't the last. We out there chilling. We're out there now, chilling.
Yep.
My best friend growing up is still out there, chilling.
Hell yeah.
I hope he has an afro still. I lost my hair. Hope he didn't. Hey, you gotta hope the best for your friends, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you really do.
He literally did move out there, though, to teach English as a second language, and he just stayed.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Met a woman, got married.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, dude, you did the dream.
That's lovely. Everyone that I have talked to that has gone to Japan has like absolutely loved it.
It's also kind of cheap to live there.
Yeah.
is it really?
It's not bad.
Oh,
Like, it's cheaper than living here.
I've always
It's also
like,
cleaner.
I've
Much, much
always
cleaner.
like read and
I've
watched
heard that.
videos on those like apartments they have that are like
Oh, the one person?
super condensed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like just way worse than I've seen out here. You know?
Well, they have the pod rooms, too, where it's like literally just a fucking pod you slide into. For
yeah,
sleep.
the rooms I saw were basically the size of closets, community shower on each level.
Yeah, that's like if you look at the big cities that are extra congested, you'll find that. But the countryside, there's a lot of countryside in Japan where you can like find actual homes
Yeah.
to live in. Like if you look it up, it's wild. Like the amount of people that are starting to move out of the country. Like people like, oh, immigration. Like we need to stop the immigrants. We're becoming the immigrants because people. I joke about it. I don't really joke about it, though. Like when I retire, I want to move out of the country. I wasn't joking about that, but I'm going to be one of those people. I'll wherever I move, I'll respect their traditions. I'll be a good citizen. But
It's not easy though to emigrate from the United States, like
True.
to other like developed nations.
oh
Like,
yeah, because they want us to have skills.
Yeah,
and
you
shit.
have to have a skill. You have to have like a job lined up, or
Yep.
you have to have like immediate family. Like there's
yeah.
like these very
There's a lot.
specific things. And like my mom is always talking about like moving out of the country, and I'm like, you can't. You're disabled. No one will take you.
Yeah, why? No offense, but why the fuck would they want you?
Yeah. So
No offense. I like your mom, but like,
it's true.
but like, why the fuck?
It's
Yeah.
true. It's
like you're gonna be a burden on the state, our state.
Yeah, it's hard for
Fuck outta
people
here.
to emigrate here. It's also hard for like
us to go
anyone
somewhere else,
to go
right.
somewhere else. So
I've looked into it, but I have a skill set that's discernible no matter where I'm at. So, and I have a clean record,
I don't. I mean, does,
and I can still breed. So y'all trying to get some babies out there? What's happening?
I check all those boxes.
does social media count as a skill?
We'll say you do technology.
Yes. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good.
One more thing I want to mention before we wrapped is the pop culture references for Yasuke, because there's been a lot of stuff actually. There is a children's book called Yasuke: The Legend of the African Samurai.
A children's book?
It is a children's book.
For children.
Apparently so.
Okay. Do they chop off everybody's head still?
Well, get out. It's funny we're talking about like culture wise. Well, I forgot to mention this. Right. I forgot to mention this part too about his life. He was only with Nobunaga for like a year.
Really?
Yeah.
All this took place in a year.
Real quick.
Interesting.
And then he was gone.
He's seen enough. He's seen dudes fucking sucking each other's dicks, chopping dudes' heads off. Mm-hmm. He's like, you motherfuckers are wild in Japan.
I like this.
I gotta go, though. I thought Italy was crazy. You motherfuckers, goddamn. You party out here.
He went back with the Jesuits and he was like, guys, you will not fucking believe.
Could you imagine like being like with Nobunaga and he's like walking him around and he walks to a room with just a bunch of dudes fucking.
Just like an orgy.
It's like, do I got to do any of that shit? He's like, no. Just
like,
unless you want to.
Only if you want to.
Just kill him. If you have to,
no?
Yeah.
Remember that bath we gave you earlier?
Circle back.
We'll get you.
We'll circle back to that.
We'll get you.
We'll talk about it later.
Right. And then loses his head. It's fine. There was he was in the game Neo, which I've actually never played. It's kind of like a Dark Souls kind of game based in Japan. Mm-hmm. I never played it. I don't play those games because I get angry and I don't want to be mad at a video game.
Yeah.
So I game to relax. You see when you come here, I got like one leg up. I'm fucking sideways.
Farming or scuba diving or power washing.
Dude, I'm chilling, man.
Yeah, I don't play video games very often, but I don't like games that stress me out.
Right. I'm like the one thing I have in this world that doesn't stress me out is video games. Everything else fucking sucks. Mm-hmm. I guess reading books is pretty cool. Anywho, so moving past that, there was supposed to be a movie for him coming out in 2019, apparently. Unfortunately, the actor who's supposed to play him,
it was
Chadwick, has signed on to play him.
Oh, that would have been
And he
great.
Unfortunately passed away before it could be done. R.I.P. to a real one.
That would have been so good.
Dude, seeing him in that movie at that role, it would have been dope. He would have killed it.
Dude,
epic.
There's a dude at the gym who looks exactly like Idris Elba.
What?
Which gym do you? We go to the same gym.
Planet Fitness Highland. Yeah,
we go to the same gym.
He was working out. I've seen him like.
I'm about to start going to the gym. What's up?
And
calm down.
It was funny because I kept looking. I was like, Jesus Christ, he looks just like him. And he's like fucking built, the dude at the gym, you know. And like I remember like saying something to him. I was like last week. I was like, hey man, and he's like, I know. Like it was like the first thing he said. What? Yeah, I was like, all right,
I love it.
We're on the same page here.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, I could get on a treadmill. What's up?
Right, just stare at them, trip over your own feet, just face plant.
It was just the funniest little like.
Well, we go at different times though, so I've never seen them.
Yeah, I'm usually there from like 4 to 5:30.
Yeah, I'm usually there from like 7 to 8 or 9.
Yeah,
I go late because like the last thing I do in the day is that.
Yeah.
Because like I need to go to sleep. Let me work out real quick.
Well,
it made me sleepy.
I'm usually there 5-6 days out of the week around the same time. So I've noticed some of the people I see there, they're just traveling. They're only there for a couple weeks, and then I don't see them anymore. They might be there for a job or whatever the fuck it is.
I see that sometimes. Yeah. I don't go fucking 6 days a week. I got other things to do. Mm-hmm. That's not that. Like take naps. But about 4 days a week though I'm in that motherfucker. Mm-hmm. That's it. But so anyways, there's more references to Yasuke as well. The anime Netflix came out a couple years ago, and it is
Aaron expressed earlier that he did not like it.
It was real meh. Like the animation, beautiful. The soundtrack, fucking amazing, because you have the soundtrack done by the list of people is crazy. LaShawn Thomas, aka the dude who's behind the soundtrack for the Boondocks, one of the best. Lakeith Stanfield, because Lakeith Stanfield, who doesn't love him? In Atlanta, Sorry to Bother You, the actor, he's pretty good. And Flying Lotus, one of my favorite producers of all time.
I hate that the writing is so bad. I mean, I didn't watch it obviously because this is literally set up to be a great anime.
It felt like it was rushed. First off, it was only 6 episodes, so it felt like they rushed it.
Oh wow!
The story was, and they added like robots and some other shit into it, which I thought was
confusing.
I was on a plane going somewhere. I think I was going to Arizona, and I was watching it on the plane. I'm like, I rather sleep.
Like, why are there robots?
It was like, what the fuck was this? I didn't like it, but I mean, if you liked it, cool, power to you. The soundtrack was amazing though, so if you can find the soundtrack separately, totally listen to it, it's good stuff. And then of course, the reason why I brought this up in the first place, this year's Assassin's Creed, he's gonna be one of the playable characters. So
yeah, it's gonna be dope.
I hope it is.
When's that? Like November?
They're usually October, I think. Let me look it up. I should probably know that.
November-ish, something like that. You know.
So, since Chadwick Boseman obviously couldn't play him in a film, who do you think would be a good to play him if a new film were to come out?
That's a good one. I would say a young Idris would have been good.
If
Yeah,
Denzel was a
But
little
he's
bit,
a little older, yeah.
if Denzel was a little taller,
Yeah, Denzel's not tall enough.
yeah, he's just we need some.
November 15th it comes out, by the way.
November 15th. Yeah.
The dude who plays, I think he might be French. The actor that played Lupin in the Lupin series on Netflix.
I think I know who you're talking about. Oh yeah, dude, I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
because he was in Jurassic Park.
I
Oh, yeah,
100%
that guy.
agree with that. I 100% agree with that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Omar. Yeah. He. I think he would make an excellent one because he's tall. He has to build for it.
That, or they'd have to pick like John Jones or something like that. You know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that wouldn't be a bad one either because you have to have you have to be imposing.
Yeah.
Like size wise.
Yeah.
He's already 46 years old. He looks great for his age. Black don't crack. I swear, he's just out here doing it. But he's 6'3", so yeah, that makes sense. But he is
Wow, yeah,
he's French. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you've never seen the show Lupin though, I highly recommend it. Highly recommend that show.
Let's check
It's
it out.
one of those he's a thief. So it's like trying to figure out how he does stuff and like trying to run. It's real good.
Yeah.
It's about the books Arsène Lupin. Which is a infamous thief.
Hell yeah.
It was a fictional character, of course, but good stuff. That's a whole nother episode we can talk about that stuff in. But anyways, that about covers what I have on Yasuke, though. Unless you guys got something I missed.
No, we got pretty much everything, all the cool little snippets, all the funny little things, you know. I also thought that was hilarious. People like thinking he was like a centaur. Or is it centaur or minotaur?
Centaur.
Centaur?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah, Minotaur is the other way.
Yeah.
It's a bull
Yeah, well, it's a bull with a
with a man's body.
Yeah,
right?
with a right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, yeah, like flip it.
Yeah.
It's the only reason why I remember it.
Yeah, that's wow.
Greek myth is weird, dog.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah. I would kill for a movie about this guy, though.
Oh, I think it'd be great.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they never did find somebody else to play him. I mean, because
Maybe
Chadwick,
they
of
will.
course, is great.
Maybe
but
they will,
He
you
just
know, with
solid
the
comedy.
Assassin's Creed
Yeah.
as well. And
Well, with the game coming out, they
Yeah.
might revisit it, especially if it sells well. I mean, Assassin's Creed usually pretty sell well, anyways.
Yeah.
They kind of just do because people just kind of buy them no matter what. I do. I haven't. There's only one game in Assassin's Creed main series I haven't played, and that's because it was broken when it came out. I just never went back to it. Unity, the French one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was broke when it came out. I just never went back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Good times. Anywho, well, if y'all made it this far, thanks. Hope you guys learned something. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. If you did, please give us a like, a follow on your favorite social media. We appreciate it. We have everything on our link tree. We have merch, which is pretty tight. We have beer,
we do have beer.
which is pretty tight.
Yeah, we got beer. We're gonna have a new design coming pretty soon.
Right.
That's gonna be pretty cool.
Yep.
Probably do some pretty cool things with that. You know,
Yeah, exactly. So,
join that fucking Patreon for $1.
Hell yeah.
You're gonna get some episodes you can't get anywhere else, and they're pretty funny.
We should, next episode, we should shout out all of our Patreon subscribers.
Oh
yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, sign up for the Patreon. We'll do a fucking shout out for you on the show for sure.
We appreciate you. We have a lot of followers on other stuff too. There's a lot. We can't shout everybody out, but we like you though. I think you're great.
Yeah. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, we think you all are great too.
If we can just pick one random follower and be like, you're the best.
We can always do like a random like assortment of them every now and again.
Yeah.
Yeah, follow us on socials though. We appreciate it. We see that we've definitely gained a lot more followers on Spotify specifically. I'm not sure about everywhere else, but we appreciate it. And we hope you guys have a great evening.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.